Hello friends, today we are going to learn his first flight story section. In this section, firstly we will learn some important vocabulary regarding this story, and this vocabulary is useful for you so that you can understand all the story correctly and in a beautiful manner. You will enjoy this story. Okay. The first word is given as ledge. Ledge. Ledge means what? A narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a hair, a cliff is called as ledge. In Marathi, we will call as arundafali. The next one is brink. Brink means what? The edge of steep place. The edge of steep place is called in Marathi as ubhya kadacha काठ. Then the next one is shrilly. What is meant by shrilly? Shrilly means in a loud or harsh voice. In a loud or harsh voice is called as shrilly. Okay. Muster up courage means what? Gather courage. To plunge means what? To plunge means jump or dive quickly. Okay. Then next one is upbraiding. What is meant by upbraiding? Upbraiding means finding fault with someone's scolding. That is खरडपट्टी काढणे. To skim. What is meant by skim? Skim means to move lightly just above a surface. Here we given the sea. What is meant by पृष्ठभागाला स्पर्श करून वरचे वर जाणे is called as skim. We know there is a technique given in the unseen passage solving, that is you should skim some words. What is meant by skim some word? You should just see the words but don't have to read that word. Is called as just skimming, वरचेवर पाहणे. Then another word is given as hearing. HERRING. Hearing means North Atlantic. It is word used in North Atlantic South finned sea fish. It's called as hearing. Sorry. Then next word is given as devour. What is meant by devour? DEVOUR. Devour means eat up hungrily. Next one is given as cackle. What is meant by cackle? CACKLE. Cackle means the clucking of hen is called as cackle. Utter a shrill कलकल आवाज करणं याला आपण cackle. We said it cackle. Then next word is cliff. What is meant by cliff? CLIFF. Cliff means high or steep face of rock is called as cliff. The next word is cowardice. What is meant by cowardice? COWARDICE. Cowardice means lack of courage to face dangerous faint heartedness is called as cowardice. Okay. In this way we seen some important vocabulary regarding this chapter or this story. Now we will learn this story by heartly by just what is stated and what about it tells us, which motivational thought it gives us for our life. See, this story is of young seagull who was afraid of flying in the sky. His parent enthused him but in a vain. At the end, his hunger compelled him to take his first flight. It is so beautiful story. You can understand it in a very beautiful way. See, I am not translating these words word to word in Marathi because there is a problem that in Marathi medium school or in Marathi medium class we translate every word into Marathi, and that is not required to you. If you want to develop your knowledge in English literature or in English language, you should try to speak English and you should try to understand all the things in English. If you do this a regular habitat, you will be very expert in English. we know that we are not surrounded with the English literature or English language using, but you can be more better in your day-to-day life also, or in your conversation skills also. So I am trying to explain every video in English only, not using a single word about Marathi. But if you required so much, or if you don't understand any word in English, then you can just type that word in the Google, and like ledge, what is mean by ledge in Marathi, if you type in this way, you will got the answer in the Marathi, what is it called as. But don't mug up every knowledge in Marathi language. You should understand English, and you should try to learn in English only. Okay. The young Sigwell was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. This is the story of young Sigwell, whose two brothers and sister already flown away. That is, they are already flying, but this Sigwell had not. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of a sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would not support him. Basically, the seagull has no confidence about his flying techniques because he had not practiced the skill, or he had not fly any single time. That's why he had his fear in his mind. Not his body is not properly made for flying is not the main problem. His main problem is about his confidence in his mind. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Even when each of his brother and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away. In this section, we had given that even when each of his brother and his little sister, the seagull's little sister also flied, whether he has his shorter wings, she don't afraid of that. He failed to muster up the courage to take the plunge which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him to starve on his ledge unless he flew away, but for the life of him he could not move. His mother and father was trying to make him fly because they knew that every situation he will not get a ready-made food for him. No one will do travel and flying the food for him, for the young Sigwell. That was 24 hours ago. Since then nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long he had watched his parents flying about his brother and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for a fish. In the previous day, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about his brothers and sister. That is, the seagull is observing their parents about what is they are doing. What is that? They are telling him, or their elder sister, and about what? About skimming technique, about how to fly in the sky, how to catch the fish, all that techniques they are training to their the seagull's brother and the sister. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. A proud cackle. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. Because the young seagull do not do anything, he don't do anything for himself. That's why other people were calling him like cowardice, you are cowardice. That is in Marathi we called as Bhitra. Then the sun was now ascending in the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. The seagull had not even eaten something from the one day before, that is nightfall, the previous night, and up to the next night he had not eaten any food. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, that is त्याचं कडं जे आपण म्हणतोय त्याच्या कडेला, and standing on one leg, he stand on one leg with other leg hidden under his wing. He closed one eye, then the other, and pretend to be falling asleep. He is doing like that. He standed at the edge of that ledge spot, and pretending like he is falling asleep by putting all the other leg behind and the one leg hidden and one leg under his wig. He closed one eye and pretending means what? नाटक करणे, pretending to be falling asleep. He is pretending that he got asleep. Still they took no notice of him. Other person like his parents, his brother and sister don't notice him. He saw his two brothers and sisters lying on the plateau, dozing, and their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. He is observing his parents, how they are behaving like that. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. He is also observing her mother. What is she doing like that way? The sight of food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring up some food. Go la go, ah, she screamed back deliriously, but he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then maddened by hunger. In this way, the seagull was trying to get food and want to eat some food, but he don't get any food and he is dying for a hunger. He dived at the fish with a loud scream. he fell outward and downward into space. Now he want a food for eating purpose. That's why he died and he dived, sorry, died not, dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outward and downwards into space. Then monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. Then he got in the space and he filled in his mind that I should get this food now. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. He is thinking that if I don't fly now at this time, I will fall down and I will die because of hunger also and because I don't tried also. The point where he think I should take this risk for now and I should do. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. You know, when you also try to learn first time riding a bicycle, you will feel the same that you are falling down, you got various you got various things. You will very much uncomfortable while riding a bicycle and all the problems you will follow. But gradually as you more practice, you will get usual for that riding a bicycle. After some time you will get comfortable about that situation also. In this way, the sequel is also feeling about the flying, his first flying experience. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. As he thought, I should do it, I must do it, he was no longer afraid and he is flying. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he slapped his wing once and soared upwards. Ga 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 ga, gaw coal ah. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. That's the joy which parent got when any child they want to be successful in his mission, and they also seeing their child, he is completed his first flight, and they also got very much excited how the seagull is flying in the sky, and they also enjoy the seagulls flying in the sky. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. The whole family is flying in the sky, and they are made it for that. You can see how the seagull is feeling the flying in the sky. One day we should also get ourselves out of our comfort zone, that is remaining at the situation whichever we have. We should dive for something, to discover something, to do something, to be better for something. That's the seagull does, and he is flying high in the sky. See, then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and commanded himself to dive and soar and curve and shrinking the shrilly. He is practicing his skill, that he is forgotten that he had fear about that or he can't do about that. No, he is trying his level best. He is feeling the joy. He is enjoying the ride only. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it. Facing straight out over the ocean, he saw a vast green sea beneath him with a little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amazedly. Then His parents and his brother and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise, exhausted by the strange exercise. He was doing so exercise in the first day. He is not exhausted, he is not tired, he is feeling very good in that situation. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no further. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of a dogfish he had made his first fly. What a nice story given you. This story tells you that you should also do your best. You should live your life. You should try to live your dream life. For that, you had to come out of your comfort zone. You had to learn new skills. You had to focus on new skill, learning a new skill, practicing a new skill. Then only you can be more better than what you are today. That's the simply good story. If you like this story, please comment in the comment box, and we will meet in our next video regarding the workshop that is about his first flight workshop section. See you soon.